Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Rosten's Reviews. I am your favorite social studies teacher in the whole wide world, Mr. Rosten, and welcome to my review of social studies for this week, week 6. Yes, 34 more weeks until summer vacation. So this week we had a big week, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you. First of all, we dug deeper into Otzi the Iceman, and we tried to figure out the theory of how he died. So this week we worked on a bunch of skills. We worked on inferencing. We worked on the 6 points of annotation. We did a lot. Mike is muted. Shouldn't be. Oh, can you hear me now? Hey, everybody. Sorry about the little mic confusion there. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, hear me now? All right, cool. All right, so we dug deeper into Otzi. The first thing we did this week is we went over what the artifacts were. We did a little bit of research. We tried to figure out what the artifacts were. We found out that the artifacts were a birch bark container, some pants, his bearskin hat. We learned about the bow and the arrow, the coat, his copper axe, the flint dagger, the retouche or the retoucher, the stone disc, which we found out he used for hunting birds, and then his shoes, and we did a small reflection. After that, we went and looked at the scene of the crime. We figured out how they found Otzi and where all the stuff was. How his jacket was near him, how his bow and arrow was slightly farther away, the birch box container. We learned about where the copper axe and the bow were, and the backpack. All right, so then we reviewed the 6 points of annotation. And remember, there are 6 things you need to do in order to annotate a source. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Everybody having fun in the chat? That's good. Okay, so when we look at a primary or secondary source, we need to break it down, right? So the first thing we need to do is determine whether it's a primary or secondary source. So we determine that. We look at that. We figure out if it's a primary or secondary by the author, by the title, by when it was made, and things of that nature. So once you determine whether it's a primary or secondary source, you then dive into the title and you mark the title down. That way you can cite it at a later time. Once you have marked down the title, then you break down the source by paragraph. That way you don't get overwhelmed with everything, with all the information that you're trying to find, right? Because that's all annotating is finding that really important information, that evidence that we need to support our argument. So we go through it by paragraph, and we read the paragraph. We digest it a little bit. We try to get the gist of it, try to figure out what the main idea is. Hi, Laylee. And then we go through the hello, Justin. What's up, bro? And then we go through it. So the first thing you do, what's rude? Anyway, first thing we do after we read is we circle our key academic vocabulary. That's those social studies words like mountains and valleys and mummies, and things like that. So then we triangle words that we don't know, all right? And those words, are sometimes really hard words, or sometimes they're just words we've never heard before. Okay. Anyway, so we triangle the words we don't know. When we don't know the definition of a word, what are you supposed to do? Chat. Hi, Sierra. What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do if you don't know the definition of a word? Yes, that's true. We do triangle it, but then we need to figure out the meaning, right? So what do? The first thing we do is dictionary. Very good. You can go to a dictionary and look up the definition, or you can use that's right, Rubber Duck 501 context clues. That's right, context clues. So you read the words around it, you read the word in the sentence, and you try to figure out the meaning. Okay? All right, awesome. Then, once you have gone through and done your vocab, you look for your topic sentence and you underline it. You underline it and write topic next to it. That way you know when you're bracketing that important information that it relates to the topic. If it doesn't relate to the topic, you don't need to bracket it. Okay? Also, if the author writes in questions, do we care about questions? No, that's right. We don't. We don't care about questions. We don't care about the author's questions. We skip over it because it doesn't provide us with the important information that we need to support our argument. All right. So we've underlined our topic sentences. We bracket our important information. Then every 2 to 3 paragraphs, you need to have at least one question, something that the author's written that you might still not understand, or a question you might have about the topic. And then you summarize what you learned. You put a nice little triangle on the left-hand margin. Your questions go on the right-hand margin, and you're all gravy with your annotation. Okay? So then we annotated some death theories. You got 5 death theories, right? You had Otzi died in battle. You had Otzi was killed in a robbery. You had Otzi was assassinated by his own people. He was killed in a ritual sacrifice, or he died of hypothermia. Me? You want me to do that? I guess I can do that. Where is it? Anyway, I'm sorry. One of my students left their bags here. And are you kidding? What are you doing in here? Yeah, I got it. I will take care of it. All right. Anyway. Yeah, you guys can see it, can't you? Yeah. Okay, I'll go throw it in the I'll go throw it on my table. You can come pick it up on Monday. Tuesday. Sorry, we don't have school Monday. Okay. So you analyzed the not the artifacts. You analyzed the death theories and you annotated them. All right. And then you had to answer 2 questions. What evidence is there to prove that Otzi died from this theory? And then the second one was to rank it 1 to 5. How possible was it? And then support your answer with evidence. And you answered that using TTQA format, which means turn the question around. Okay. After we've done and that was it. That's all we did this week. That was great. We did death theories a lot, man. That was big. TTQA chat. Not TTQU, TTQA. All right. So next class, except for orange because you did it today, you will be reading another document on which theory you believe is the correct theory of how Otzi died. We're going to annotate it, and we're going to grade that annotation using a rubric. There will be a rubric posted on Google Classroom. Then we're going to teach you how to write an introductory paragraph. We're going to teach you how to write a body paragraph for an argumentative essay. And then we're going to do our Otzi assessment, which is going to be awesome. And then we got some fun stuff planned for you guys. Some new stuff that we haven't done before, some old stuff that we have done before. And then we're done with our first unit, historical thinking skills. All right. It's going to be awesome. So that's all I got for you. Few reminders. 1, notebook checks are going to be the week of October 21st. So make sure that your notebook is up to snuff. It is an assessment grade. So make sure that you have your notebook ready and raring to go. There is a class copy on my front table where you get your paperwork every day if you want to check it out. All right. Number 2 is, sorry, I'm checking something. Somebody just messaged me. All right, doesn't matter. All right. Number 2 is next class. So that means yellow, green, blue, and red. You need to bring 4 different colored pencils, markers, highlighters, crayons. It doesn't really matter to me as long as there are 4 different colors. Okay. And you'll also need it for the next class as well. So make sure that you bring 4 different colors. Okay. Okay. Anything else? That's it. We had a good week this week. Y'all did really well. I graded your tombstones, so those are already on Power School. Orange class, I'm probably not going to grade your annotations today. Hey, Christian, what's up, bro? How you doing? Good to see you. I forgot what I was saying. Thanks, Christian. Yeah, that was it. Notebook checks. Oh, one more thing. That's what I forgot. Parent-teacher conferences are coming up, okay? So make sure your parents go and sign up for a meeting with the greatest social studies teacher ever, me, Mr. Rosten. And again, parents, if you're watching this, guardians, people who take care of you, of my students who I love so dearly, please bring your student with you. Bring them. It's good to have an open conversation with everybody there so everyone's on the same page so that there is no way, shape, or form of misunderstanding from me to you or you to me. All right? Come to the conference. It's important. It's a great way to open the lines of communication and make sure. When is conferences? The second week of November. So I believe it's the 12th through the 15th, maybe? I'll have to double check that. Here, wait, let me check it right now. I'll tell you. I can't tell you that on live stream, but you can go to the school website and get the password. It's on there. Promise. Let's see. Conferences are the 12th, so that's November 12th through the 15th, okay? Hi, Lois. All right, so make sure you come to your conference with your parent or guardian. Come see me. We'll have a little chat, an honest conversation about how you're doing and what you're doing, and that's all I got for you today. Take the weekend, like I always say. Take the weekend, recharge the batteries, come back, give it 110% because you know I'm coming with the heat next week. All right? Have a great weekend. Be safe. Don't be stupid. I'll see y'all next week. Be kind to one another. Peace be with you and with you. May the force be with you. I'm out.